I am not one to use the phrase, this is the most important election of our lifetime, because to a certain extent, every election is very, very important for many different reasons of the time. You could take the 1940s. That could have been the most important due to what was happening in Europe with World War II and all that sort of thing. You could have said that 1984 for the United States was a very important election because of what was happening with the Cold War and Reagan's attempts, which ended up being successful attempts at bringing the Soviet Union to heel. Many elections are very important. So I am not going to say that this election that America will be facing is the most important election, but out of all of them, it is pretty damn important. And it is pretty damn important because the globalists, the New World Order, the deep state, the medical tyranny, the Illuminati entertainment industry, big tech, the politicians, they have seen what a very bad defeat looks like. And that defeat was 2016 when Trump, against their wishes, which is something that rarely happens, something goes against their wishes. Donald Trump defied them all and won the presidency. It is clear that the New World Order, the Illuminati entertainment industry, the big medical tyranny, big tech, etc., etc., the media are all against Donald Trump. That is crystal clear for a number of reasons. Donald Trump goes against everything they believe in. They believe in globalism. Donald Trump is a nationalist who believes that this world is made up of nations that need to do everything they can to protect and enrich their people, divided but equal. That is his motto. They are globalists who don't believe in unity, but believe in collective enslavement, which will gain them power and financial prosperity against on the backs of we the people. These guys believe in fear as a way to control us, and we have seen that with this China virus. Donald Trump knows the facts, that the facts speak clearly that this is a virus that kills less than 1% of the people who get the virus, and that we shouldn't be taking away freedoms and forcing people to live in a state of fear and anxiety over a virus with such low death statistics. It is clear that the medical industry, the big pharma and all of them, they want to become enriched with forced vaccinations and all of this other stuff. Donald Trump has touted vaccinations, but I've never heard him say anything about forced vaccinations as of yet. Donald Trump, on the whole, believes that we need to have as much freedoms as we can and learn to live with this virus. Joe Biden wants us to always listen to those witch doctors and those phonies at the CDC, and anything they say goes, and that goes for big pharma. So it's clear that these evil people, the globalists, the New World Order, the medical establishment, big tech, which censors anything to do with Donald Trump, they're all against Trump. They didn't want him to win. They suffered a major defeat in 2016, and they will be damned if they allow it to happen again. And if they get power again, they will make sure to do everything in their power to make sure that their will is never disobeyed again, because they saw it happen once, and if you put them in power again, they are going to do everything they can to make sure that they always get their way and they are never defeated again. That's why this election is very, very, very important. We are living, this year has been really, really, really enlightening to me because I've seen just how far the globalists are willing to go to make sure that we fall in line and shut up and keep quiet and we obey them. It has been very clear. I am here in the Dominican Republic right now. I'm staying at a very nice resort. I'm here on a badly needed vacation. 2020 really knocked the hell out of me, though it did put a lot of fight into me, and I will never stop fighting. But when you fight so hard and so dirty, and when you've got some very tough people coming against you, and it's clear that there are very powerful people against you, starting with, of course, big tech. We'll get into that later. My Facebook is gone, all this sort of stuff. I've gotten reprimanded by law enforcement when it comes to this new world order, corona, Chinese virus, all this sort of stuff. The amount of fights I've had to get into, the amount of battles I fought, it gets to you. So I'm on a badly needed vacation. And one thing I have noticed is that, and this is something I haven't felt this whole entire year, I feel free. I feel without anxiety. I don't feel in any way that anyone is trying to watch me or watch over me to see if I'm wearing mask or social distance or blah, 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 blah. I mean, for the first time this year, I am not walking on eggshells, which I'm very surprised about because Dominican Republic being a third world nation, and the third world really all over the world, most third world nations are completely under the thumb of the globalists. Completely. It's like it's over. Now, it may be because I'm a tourist, which that is very much true. I'm not one of those people where when I go to another country, I want to move there because I know it's different when you are a tourist versus when you live there. And, you know, this is still pretty much a third world country. I mean, even trying to go to the bank, the front desk woman, she's like, let me call the bank to see if the ATM is working, because if it's not working and you take a taxi there, well, you would just waste your money. So it's still tough. But the reason I'm getting to that is because I'm feeling something I haven't felt for a whole year, and this is something that I want to come back. I want to be able to go out and I'll tell you, they really don't. Honestly, people here don't care if you wear a mask or not. I mean, there's signs and everything like that, but, I mean, even in the airport, I mean, as soon as I got off of that plane, Air Canada, it's like a different vibe set in. Everybody's cool, everybody's friendly. Of course, it could also be because I'm a tourist. I mean, even the ladies here. I mean, even the ladies, they're not cold, they're warm, they're whatever, they come to you. Ladies off the street, they love you. I mean, everybody loves, and I mean, that portion of it, I don't think is because I'm a tourist. So it's just a different vibe. And the reason I bring this up in this video is because this is a feeling that is going to be sorely missed when I leave. But with the election being tomorrow, and with Donald Trump being on the side of freedom and learning to live with this virus and understanding that this virus is not something that we need to go up in arms against and just completely destroy our world. The new normal, which everybody likes to tout, new normal, which is just code word for new world order. If he wins, then he has a second term. He's not having to, and I know that Donald Trump does not like this lockdown and all this mass. He does not. He doesn't. It's clear. He goes along with it because he's afraid of what could happen, which I think is a mistake. I think if he were to run this campaign clearly against this new normal, I think he'd win by a landslide right now. He would. I'm telling you that right now. He should have never been so afraid to come out against his true beliefs about this whole mess. Shouldn't have. And he was at the beginning, and he began to get stronger, and I think that's the reason why he might, knock on wood, might win this election. But Donald Trump is the candidate of freedom and going back to the old normal, which is something that I'm getting a taste of now, which I'd like to go back to even more, especially when I leave. It's something that I want to go. And Joe Biden is new normal, new world order. And by the way, even though I live in Canada, and I'm dual citizen, so I can vote in America and Canada, and I did vote for Trump before I came here, the world does follow the lead of the United States. When all of the people of the world see that Donald Trump has been reelected, they're not going to go against the United States. They may say they will, but they won't. And the reason I say this, I mean, look what happened when Trump got elected. You saw a bunch of populist, freedom-loving, generally conservative, patriotic, rebel rousers getting elected all over the place in Europe, South America, all over the place. And if they didn't win, their vote count was increased. So the world follows the lead of the United States of America. And if they see that the United States of America is going in one direction, the world wants to follow. Because if they don't, they're going to be left in the dirt. I mean, look at Canada right now. I mean, we got this fool, Takeed McDaddy here right now, who's trying to do everything he can to stand in the way of the United States. And Canada's failing. I mean, Canada's failing. And by the way, this border, this land border between Canada and the United States, it's Canada that wants to keep it closed. It's only hurting Canada. It's not hurting America. If this happens for another summer, Canada's will be a third world country. I'll tell you that right now. It'll make Dominican Republic, which is actually a very beautiful country, by the way. It does not look third world. Now, I'm in Punta Cana, which is a tourist city. I'm going to Santo Domingo tomorrow or Wednesday. But it'll make Dominican Republic after if the border and Canada's politicians don't smarten up by next summer, it's going to make Dominican Republic like Beverly Hills. Canada will be a completely third world. I'm telling you that right. I'm telling you that. So it's up to, I may even have to stay here. I'll stay here, and I will stay. I'll get a nice little home here, get a motorcycle, drive in the middle of the intersection like you see a lot of these crazy drivers do, get my little groceries, cook my little fish and stuff like that, and just live. And forget about it if that's where but I won't do that because, Canucks are hard-headed as hell, but I ain't gonna give up on you, Takeed Canucks. I'll never give up on you. Even though you probably want me, I ain't giving up on you, Takeed. But anyway, I'm saying that this is a very important election, and I'm not saying Donald Trump is perfect. First of all, I'm an independent. His foreign policy I've never liked because I feel that it's been too pro-Zionist, and that is the cause of a lot of tension in the Middle East and all this stuff. But all in all, Donald Trump gets my vote, and especially because of how I feel he believes that we need to preserve our old normal with this virus. And I feel, but the biggest issue, and I'm being very serious, if Biden and Harris win, and the deep state and the globalists get back in power, they are going to do everything they can to make sure they stay in power forever, and they are never defeated again. And they will do it if it means court packing, if it means putting Puerto Rico as a new state, which I don't know how that really... look, I've talked to a lot of people in Dominican Republic, which is just next door to Puerto Rico. They're a pretty conservative country, actually. And to be honest with you, I've asked them their opinion of Trump. A lot of them either are okay with him or they don't really care, or actually they like him. They like his strength. I'm telling you, there's a lot of Mexicans in this resort. They don't, not saying that they love him or that they like the wall and stuff, but they admire him. So I mean, I don't know. This whole thing with Puerto Rico, I think it's just a bunch of white liberals thinking that they've got minorities in the palm of their hand, which is a very racist thing. But anyway, they'll do everything they can to stay in power. Everything they can. They will break every law in the book, just like Joe Biden and his crooked family, to make sure they stay in power and are never defeated again. I mean, they have tasted defeat in a vicious way. They hate Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a thorn in their eye, and they will do everything they can to make sure that doesn't happen again. Even if that means, I'll tell you, even if it means rounding people up. I'm telling you, I am telling you, this 2020 has shown me that these globalists are very vicious, very bloodthirsty. They will do anything they can, and I do feel that if Joe Biden is elected, there will be quarantine camps. They'll put you in a corner. I'm telling you. They're already talking about it in Canada, and it will happen in the U.S. Just like the Japanese were put in internment camps, people who rebel against the new normal, the new world order, will be put in concentration camps, internment camps, whatever you want to call them. It will be a very vicious and sad thing to see. And by the way, Joe Biden is not going to live to see it because I think he's dying very shortly. Kamala Harris, that very angry, horrible, bloodthirsty woman, she's the one who's going to be president. And just by seeing her in that debate with Mike Pence and seeing her attitude and seeing that anger and seeing that hysteria in her eyes and that entitlement, she's worse. I do not want that woman as president. I'm telling you, I think she'd try to lock me up. I don't know. I mean, she is worse than Hillary. Worse than Hillary. Oh my goodness. It'll probably be a death penalty offense to have a Trump shirt if she becomes president. I'm telling you. But in all seriousness, Donald Trump is the candidate of freedom. Joe Biden is the candidate of tyranny. Which one is America going to choose? We shall see. As for me, this is the